More than 330 active coronavirus cases in the city of Joplin, with 300 of those coming from the last 7 days. I'm Chris Warner. We'll break down the numbers.
We'll hear from local hospitals about distributing the COVID-19 vaccine in Missouri.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Coronavirus case numbers are beginning to increase in the 4 states following the Thanksgiving holiday. This is KOAM News at 6. KOAM's Chris Warner spoke with the Joplin Health Department about what they're seeing in the city.
The latest numbers Friday in Joplin show 334 active cases in the city, with 306 of those coming from the last 7 days. So we spoke with Devin Blankenship, the assistant director of the city's health department, to find out if these numbers could be coming from the Thanksgiving holiday.
It's hard to say right now. An incubation period, so if someone was exposed on Thanksgiving Day, they could come down with coronavirus anywhere from that Saturday to December 11th. So we're kind of still in the incubation cycle to see the true effects of what Thanksgiving was.
Even if the numbers aren't directly related to the holiday, they are beginning to rise.
Yeah, it certainly seems like we were trending down prior to Thanksgiving. Now, whether or not this is just an anomaly or whether we're truly seeing an uptick or an upsurge in cases, we have yet to see for sure. But there is concern there, absolutely.
In addition to an increase in active cases in the city, the demand for testing has gone up.
There could be just some other factors contributing to COVID-like symptoms. So, if we've got flu starting to come up in the community or colds, those things would also be driving people to maybe get tested for COVID.
As for pinpointing where the cases are coming from, Blankenship says it doesn't seem to be coming from family groups.
So as far as I know, what I'm hearing is just a lot of community transmission. Just seems to be a lot of unrelated folks, as far as we can tell, that are coming down with COVID-19.
In Joplin, Chris Warner, KOAM News.
Joplin Health Department says 2 more men have died with COVID-19. They were aged 73 and 91. The 2 deaths bring the city's total to 68. Newton County reports 3 more deaths. They were 2 women, one in her 60s, the other in her 90s, and 1 man in his 70s. That brings the county's total to 52 deaths. Remember, to find the latest coronavirus numbers from your area, go to KOAMnewsnow.com, then click on the coronavirus link at the top of the page. More than 330,000 COVID-19 vaccines are expected to be coming to Missouri this month. The Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services says that would cover all long-term care facilities and residents and healthcare workers. The vaccines will require a second dose, which will arrive a few weeks later, either at the end of December or in early January. 105,000 of the initial allotment will be sent to rural hospitals like the ones in Joplin. Those will be Moderna vaccines.
It's stored at only in a regular freezer, 4 degrees below zero. And so those hospitals are very happy about it. I was on a phone call with a hospital. And so they're very happy that they're getting that because it's just easier for them to use.
Williams expects to move to the general population with the vaccines by May, with supply increasing to allow mass vaccinations in July or August. Tonight at 10, we're going to hear from our local health systems on what their distribution plans are. Health departments all across the country are updating their guidance on how long to quarantine based on new information from the CDC. Quarantine can be shortened to 7 days after a negative COVID-19 test or 10 days without a test but following exposure. That's because growing evidence shows there's a lessened risk of becoming sick in the late days of quarantine. In Joplin, 19-year-old asymptomatic Kobe Herring is doing his best to isolate from his family after testing positive, staying inside his bedroom and wearing a mask when he has to come out.
They protect me from spreading it. Then yeah, I highly suggest everyone wears a mask because we could be in the situation I'm in right now.
Tonight at 10, Kobe shares why his family is especially eager for their quarantine period to end. Check in now with Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather. Hi, Doug.
Hey Dow, at least we got the sunshine for us today after the rain that we had over the past couple days, and we have clear skies. Of course, it's already dark, but we have clear skies across the region, and I think we're going to have a pretty nice night. Now, we are going to get some patchy fog once again, so watch out for that if you're going to be on some of the roadways, but look out west. Not much going on. That's our weather as we go through the next couple days. Anywhere from 53 in Pittsburgh to 47 Oswego, 45 in Anderson. Let's go through the evening hours into the overnight hours. I do think we'll get some fog starting to build back in as temperatures drop back near 30 for an overnight low. But at least through the evening hours, we hang into the 40s and then slowly slide back through the 30s. We do have a couple systems that will affect us over the next couple days, so we're going to look at the weekend forecast on our next big system here in just a bit.
All right, see you soon. Thanks, Todd. Joplin police say a man is dead after a house fire on South Pitcher. The Joplin Fire Department was called early this morning. 2 females were outside the home. Firefighters found a third person, 68-year-old David Crawford of Joplin, inside. All 3 were taken to the hospital where Crawford later died. One of the females was listed in critical condition, the other in stable condition. Authorities are investigating the cause of that fire. Pittsburgh police are looking for a man who robbed a convenience store at Gunpoint just before 5 o'clock this morning. Police say he wore a face covering and stocking cap into the snack attack on East 4th Street, showed the clerk a handgun, and demanded cash. They say no one was hurt. The Kansas Highway Patrol says a car theft suspect crashed in Pittsburgh after leading a trooper on a chase. The Highway Patrol says the trooper was trying to pull over the suspect in an allegedly stolen vehicle on 126 Highway in Crawford County, but she did not stop. The chase ended at 21st and Joplin in Pittsburgh when the suspect's car rolled over after hitting a curb. Remarkably, no one was hurt. Now, today's KOAM News Now Insta poll. The U.S. House today passed a bill that would decriminalize marijuana at the federal level. We want to know, do you support the federal decriminalization of marijuana? We opened this poll just over an hour ago. You can vote at KOAMnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live, and we're going to check in on those results here in just a little bit. Still ahead, the perennial football powerhouse Lamar Tigers are playing for a state championship tonight as they hope to start another long streak. And the voice of the Chiefs, Mitch Holthus, talks about what's on the line this week as the defending Super Bowl champions prepare to take on the Broncos. The Lamar Tigers have a chance to win a state championship tonight and get back to the top of Missouri Class 2 for the first time since 2017. Sports reporter Andy Ciateco has more.
The seniors in the Lamar football program have been waiting for this opportunity since 2017.
When we were freshmen, those seniors did everything they could to get us freshmen into the game. And, it's an amazing feeling from being on the field and listening to the crowd yell and cheer. It's something really special to us seniors.
The Tigers will play for the Class 2 state title tonight, facing St. Pius X out of Kansas City.
Now, they're a very athletic, very well-coached team, and they play physical. They're able to run the ball, throw the ball, play strong defense, really coached up special teams, and they're going to be a handful for us in all 3 phases of the game.
It's the first time Lamar has been in the state championship since their streak of 7 straight titles ended in 2018. Tonight, they have a chance to get back on top, and head coach Jared Beshore has a chance to win a championship in his first year leading the program.
I don't think it's sunk in how we've been able to do it, especially this is my first year back, and with this staff and with these players, it's pretty incredible what we've been able to accomplish, and that's just a testament to the players and to my coaching staff and our support system that we have outside of the team. We're just very grateful for the opportunity, and we're just going to make the most of our opportunity.
Us seniors, we've talked, and it just feels great that we could get a first-year head coach back to a state title game when he won 3 of them in his high school career.
Regardless of the final score tonight, the Tigers know it's a rare opportunity, an opportunity that they've earned through an uncertain season.
It's very satisfying to be able to overcome a lot as far as not knowing whether we're going to play, if we were going to have every single player every weekend, week out. So overcoming all of that adversity, I think, was huge for our kids.
You know, Coach always said whichever team's the most adaptable to what happens this year is going to win the most games. And we went from each week going to one game at a time, and now we're here, and it feels great, and I'm very thankful and blessed that we could be here.
In Lamar, Andy Cioteco, KOAM Sports.
Tonight's game is going to begin at 7 o'clock. Andy is there, and we're going to have the highlights for you right here at 10. The Kansas City Chiefs will face the Denver Broncos on Sunday night, aiming for their 7th straight win. Mitch Holtis tells us why December has been a special month for the Chiefs in recent years in this week's Minute with Mitch.
3 months ago on the Minute with Mitch, I talked about how good the Chiefs have been in September under Andy Reid. There's a common battle cry in the NFL: start fast, but finish strong. Well, a look at the past 5 Decembers is nothing short of remarkable. The Kansas City Chiefs record is 20 wins and 4 losses the past 5 Decembers, the best in the NFL. And that includes a 13-1 record against the AFC West. A big December in 2016 wrapped up Andy Reid's first of 4 straight division titles. 2017, 5 December wins, salvaged the season and won the division. 2018, another division title, and Patrick Mahomes' first December as starting quarterback. And last year, a 5-0 December secured a bye and a run to the Super Bowl. This week, it's the Broncos, and it's December. Start fast, finish strong on this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry. Every day's game day, Como Jewelry, Pittsburgh, Joplin.
The Chiefs-Broncos game is going to kick off at 7:20 p.m. Sunday night in Kansas City. Doug Heddy is up next with his complete forecast. And a little bit later, we're going to have the results of our Insta poll asking whether you're in favor of decriminalizing marijuana at the federal level. Plus, details of how authorities might have solved a 34-year-old Missouri cold case.
Well, at least we got the sunshine back out for us today after a couple days that we had rain, clouds, even a little bit of snow yesterday morning. And it looks like we're going to hit a dry stretch, at least over the next several days. So kind of the boring part of the pattern. But the weekend looks pretty good. We do have a big storm system that's going to roll in next weekend. If you remember, right before Halloween, we had the ice and snow on the Kansas side. It's that system that is returning in this part of the pattern. Of course, you can get my long-range forecast on my month-long blog. That is KOAMnewsnow.com. Chilly yesterday, only up to about 41 degrees. We dropped back to about 30 and then went into lower 50s today. So a good 10 to 12 degrees warmer. It's 42 in Iola, Chatopa 48, Miami 42, Anderson 45. Lamar is sitting at 46. We're looking at 69 highway, 44 west-northwest winds at about 5 to 10. Humidity is at 60%. We're going to drop back through the 40s, 30s, I think eventually near 30 later on tonight. I also do think we will get some patchy fog in here, similar to what we did have last night. So watch out if you're going to be on the roadways. But clear skies, nothing going on here. The storm system that gave us the issues the past couple days is rolling up the eastern seaboard, but the entire Central Plains look great. In fact, all the way out west, it looks pretty good. We do have one little weak wave down across northern parts of Mexico, and this is going to eject out, but it should stay mainly south of us. And then to our north, we have a couple weak little waves that are going to rotate through. So our temperatures are going to go up and down, but I don't really see much in the way of moisture that is going to affect us over the next couple days. So let's go through the weekend. Look at the system just to our south. Kind of rotates out by Sunday. It just clips us. We may get some clouds from it, and then it passes on by. And you can see another little wave across the Ohio River Valley. So behind that on Monday, we're going to cool down just a little bit. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday look great. And then look at the big storm system developing out to our west. We'll get the first chunk on Friday, but the main system pushes in Saturday, Sunday, and then that following Monday. And if it tracks similar to the way it did last time, which it should give us some winter weather across the region. For us tonight, though, watch out for the fog. We'll drop back near 30. Any fog that we do see will burn off early. 32 to start. South winds at about 5 to 10. Eventually switching to the north as we work into the afternoon. 50 by noon. High temp right around 54. So Saturday looks great. The winds are going to be light. You can get outside, get a little bit of fresh air. Tomorrow night, also dropping back into the 30s. And then with that weak wave passing by, a little bit cooler on Sunday, about 4 or 5 degrees cooler than what we're going to see tomorrow. Still kind of cool on Monday, but in general, it looks fantastic over the next few days. So fog tonight, 54 tomorrow, 50 on Sunday. Weekend looks great. 53 Monday, 56 Tuesday, 64 on Wednesday, 65 on Thursday. So we really warm up, and then that bigger storm system starts to affect us Friday.
Looking forward to getting outside and breathing some of that fresh autumn air tomorrow.
Absolutely. It looks great.
Okay. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Missouri's new cold case might have solved its first crime. We're going to tell you what it took for authorities to track down a suspected killer. Next. Missouri has formed a new cold case unit, and they might have already solved a murder. After 34 years, authorities have arrested the man they believe killed a wife and mother in Franklin County. Christine Byers reports.
Kristen was a mother of a 2-year-old son, a wife, a lover of horses, a co-manager of a farm with her husband, and devoutly religious.
Kristen Edwards' husband came home on July 5th, 1986, to find the TV on, a half-eaten meal, and his wife missing from the home where they lived near the intersection of Lawler Branch and Westwoods Drive in Franklin County. The partially nude body of 25-year-old Kristen Edwards was found not far from this gate in 1986 by searchers riding on horseback. Her killer used socks to strangle her to death, according to Franklin County Sheriff Steve Pelton.
She has never been forgotten by the Sheriff's Office or the investigators.
The newly formed cold case unit worked with Pelton's department and tracked down a witness who said she saw Kenneth Avery rape and kill Kristen in a cabin. Kristen's house, the murder scene, and the place where her body was found are all within about a 4-mile radius. The witness told police she had been, quote, threatened by death after witnessing the crime, according to prosecutors.
But when you go back on a cold case, you may have somebody that never talked to anybody before because they were afraid of somebody who's now passed away, and they can tell the story as to what happened.
Based on the new information, police took Kenneth Avery into custody this week. He's been charged with second-degree murder. They have not disclosed a motive or whether Kristen knew her killer.
Again, that was Christine Byers reporting. A final check on the weather is next. Take time now to honor a local veteran, Raymond Flanner. The Fort Scott, Kansas native served in the U.S. Army, and we're proud to salute Raymond Flanner. He's tonight's four-state hero. Getting a final look at today's KOAM News Now Insta poll. Again, the U.S. House today passed a bill that would decriminalize marijuana at the federal level, and we asked, do you support the federal decriminalization of marijuana? It's really not close. 79%, almost 4 out of 5 say yes, decriminalize it. Thanks for participating. This poll is now closed. We're going to check back in with Doug Heddy now for our final look at the weather. Douglas.
All right, Dal. We're going to have some fog in the area for us tonight, so watch out for that if you're going to be on the roadways. But the weekend looks great. 54, sunny skies tomorrow. A little bit cooler on Sunday, still fantastic. 53 Monday, and then we warm into the 60s. Wednesday and Thursday, bigger storm system by next weekend.
We'll enjoy the weather while we can. Thanks, Doug, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.